Did you see the snap I sent you too from the last time we were about to record? And I was like, watching you guys from the window. You guys are in the car like talking and putting on makeup, and I'm like, when are they gonna come in here?
That's so good. It almost makes me wish that I was still
like,
using
it just
Snapchat.
reminded me of like the times when I would like be spying on you guys like as a kid, like, oh, like I'm trying to hear your guys' secrets and like
with your mind.
With your sibling telepathy.
you're like, what are they talking about? They're talking about me, how much they hate me.
And we're like, hey, do you want to come play with us? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the All Nighter Podcast,
Where the insomniacs come to get silly.
And we're your hosts, Ashlyn Benson, Alexis Leach, and Rhonda Lou.
Hello,
Yeah.
back. We got a couch.
We did indeed.
Yeah, dude, and we blew it up ourselves.
Yeah, I waited until it went on sale and then I snatched it up. It had been on my list for a long time, and with Ashlyn being pregnant and stuff, I was like, the floor ain't gonna cut it.
We gonna cut it no more.
No. So this is
I mean,
the
I
new
honestly
switch.
don't know how long this will cut it as I get bigger.
Yeah, right.
But
So
I mean,
we're
for
making
now.
it work.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to my mom about it too. She was like, it seems kind of small for all three of you. And I was like, it's a little snug.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying maybe we could find like an extra chair or something. You know?
Yeah.
That like this could be like a little love seat and then we could have like a chair or something.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Whether it be blow up or what have you.
Bro, that would be pretty cool if we could find
Yeah.
like a nice like blow up one for you. That's a cool color.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Just a bed would be
Ashlyn's
fine.
throne.
Yeah.
Just do an air mattress and I'll just lay on the ground.
God.
Oh, a chaise lounge? or something?
Chaise, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get one of those for you. So then you can sit up when you want, or you can lay back when you want.
Right.
Fuck, I think I forgot to put my phone on silent. It's been dinging.
Oh, well, my iPad's also dinging.
One of my Minaraguas exploded on my phone this morning. So like
no.
I had to like take off the case and wipe it all down, put it in rice for a while because it was like heating up.
Oh my gosh.
And so, but in doing that, I took my phone off of silent, which my phone has been on silent since like 2008, you know? So it's like,
It's weird to hear it
confirm.
ding.
yeah, I'm like, what is this?
Like,
I'm
oh, this is what it's like.
and
Who goes there?
yeah, and I mean, you want to know why it's on silent? Because otherwise it's dinging all the fucking time, man. I mean,
Because
it's
someone's popular.
like, no, I'm getting spam emails,
Whatever.
spam
You have
texts.
like 10,000 text messages.
No,
like,
I think it's
straight
like
up.
at 1,000 something right now.
Yeah,
Let's see.
1,500. Let's see. Guess a number real quick, Alexis.
Yeah.
What is it?
What'd you say? 15?
She said 1,500.
I'm gonna say 21.
2,100? Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, y'all are close. It's 1,739.
Ash was closer.
And not all of that is spam, though, right?
Not all of it, no.
Yeah, at least 1,000 of it is friends trying to contact you.
Yeah, well, I mean, if any of you wonder why it takes me a long time to get back, that's why.
Yeah,
is
I
that
get
just,
overwhelmed.
Is that just message notification?
But why not delete? Like, what happens?
I mean, how do you
How's
go
this email
through?
now?
I mean, look at my emails. It's at 78,000.
Okay, well, email
Wow.
is whatever. I have
that's
like
nothing.
100,000 emails.
I was
okay?
gonna say I have literally 119,000 emails.
Wow. Oh,
But
God.
text messages is different. That's direct contact.
Literally,
Yeah, I mean, but it's rough. I mean, how do you go through and delete all of the unread
Well,
shit?
how does it get to that?
I mean, you know,
How did it
years.
start?
When
Years?
Yeah, well, years of isolation and not responding, and then that leads to now, where like now I'm finally active again, but still haven't caught up on all my backlog of text messages.
Oh my
So when
gosh.
you respond to us, are like we at the tippy top?
Yeah, I have you guys pinned. Well,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
That's right.
I know. I mean, there's like a dozen people that I have pinned.
A
or
dozen. It should have just be us three.
whatever. Well, it's like
And Chad.
I guess, yeah. Since
No.
he's like your other half or whatever. I was there first, Chad.
Could never beat that. But I was there first, Alexis.
True. In my head, I was so like, wait.
Oh, that's so good, dude. That's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, but if I didn't have people pinned, I mean, I would never see it. And even still, like, the one thing about the pinned messages, and somebody tell me how the fuck to fix this, but when you pin somebody, it doesn't notify you anymore. And I'm like, why?
Oh, really?
Yes, like it just assumes that you'll open your messages and
They're
you'll
like, they're
see
important
it.
enough to pin.
Right.
This
and I'm
bitch
like,
will remember.
yeah, and I'm like, but bro, it's like I want to know when you guys are messaging me to check. So it pisses me off, So I just have to like remind myself to check it regularly.
Do we have a specific ringtone? Like when we call her now?
No, because like I said, it's always on silent. I don't have anybody on a specific ringtone.
Adam has his brother James with a quack, quack, quack.
Wow.
So he always knows it's James.
That's cute. That's very cute. I'm pretty sure Chad has like specific ringtones for people.
I miss the days when,
You had to record it from your phone.
yeah, like, Rihanna or, Shakira or whatever you were feeling, was like...
Just bopping on somebody
every
called.
time. Especially like when it was like during an assembly or something, It was always fun too, like when a teacher's like phone rang and it was like some unsuspecting song. We're like, oh, I didn't know you partied like that.
Yeah, I didn't know you were cool, bro. No, that's pretty sick. Man, I've been thinking about those sliding phones a lot lately with the whole keyboard, and I was like, that was when I actually
sidekicks?
Yeah,
I had one of them bad boys.
Yeah, I was like, that was when I actually enjoyed texting. I hate texting now. I mean, I text you guys because
oh my God, I remember when
but...
you would text, you were like so serious. You were like...
Yeah, dude, I could text without fucking looking. It was great. I mean, like
I can still text without looking.
I mean, I kind of can too, but there's like still like typos here or there. And sometimes the autocorrect just corrects to the wrong fucking thing.
I don't be playing.
But yeah, man, I mean, I used to love it when it was the full ass keyboard, and now I don't know. I prefer voice messages all the way. And even then I still get backed up. Like I use Voxer and well, our friend who made these shirts know that, like, I mean, there was a time when I wasn't so bad about getting back to people with voice messages, but now I'm just as bad about it as I am with texting. It's whack.
Yeah, which he did say if you have time to look up the Epstein files, you have time to respond to him.
That's fair enough, brother. That really is.
He's like, I don't know when. Like, I don't even know if Ron's told me she's engaged, or like, he's like, he's stranded on the desert of Ron.
Well, see, like the main problem that I've had with it lately is just responding, because like listening isn't hard. Like I can listen whenever because I've got my headphones and stuff. But it's like most of my time that I'm awake is with Chad or with you guys or whatever. And then when they're asleep, I don't like doing voice messages when everybody's asleep. So then it kind of limits the amount of time that I can do it to like a very small window.
It would be funny if you did it like while Chad's asleep and you're like, okay, so yeah, like.
Well, I mean, honestly, the last several messages that he's gotten from me has had to have been when he's either at work or when he's asleep. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, and probably like, because if he's asleep and the kids aren't home, like the kids are at their mom's, then that makes it easier. I don't care, I can do that. But when the kids are there, that's when I don't like talking at night or whatever, because then I feel like a nuisance or whatever. But I will get back to you,
like,
brother.
Ron's just like coming up with ideas. Like they probably wouldn't think anything of it. They I don't think they would probably mind.
I mean, I don't know that they would really.
Would they even? Well, I guess they do stay up at night sometimes.
Yeah, no, they stay up. I mean, way later than Chad ever does, dude. I mean, half the time they're up till like freaking 4 a.m. And like Damien, I don't even like. He's told me the other day. He's like, I'm not even sure I really sleep that much. I'm like, I'm not really sure you do either, bro. I mean, like I'll see you sleep like maybe 1 to 2 hours, and then he's back up. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, y'all y'all have like some of my shit, honestly.
We got to see him sleep a little bit though when he came over that one day.
Yeah, well, and that's probably why, because he was up all fucking night, you know? So it's just like, oh, like you poor.
Insomnia.
I know, freaking. And meanwhile, Chad is normally in bed at like 9:30 or 10 at the latest most of the time.
The older you get, the more it is like imperative, unless you do have like some insomnia or whatever. But like, especially if you have kids and, you know, he's working like a pretty physical job, right? Yeah.
Very physical job.
Yeah. The more physical the job is, and as the days wear on you, you're like, my God, it's 8 p.m.
Yeah. But I will say to the bro that I won't name, but you know who you are, I have been thinking, like, the last several days, I'm like, because I had listened to your messages, and I was like, I need to respond. And it's like every time, though, I'm like, oh, like, somebody's about to come pick me up. Or then like, you call, and then mom calls, and then Chad's mom called before I left. And I'm just like, fuck, dude.
The only way she will respond is now through this podcast.
Direct
I
all
have
of
to
your
listen
messages
to every
the
week.
comments below.
So speaking of these shirts, okay? It
Yeah.
says ice in my drink and not in my city, all right?
Yeah, show it off, Lexus. Model it. Yes, QVC that shit.
Wow.
Yes, queen. Wait, we can't. Yes. There we go. Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, so you can buy these at juicefromthebox.com, correct?
Yes. Let me see. I wrote it down here. Okay, let me give the whole thing. So 10% of the profits from the anti-ice design will go to a charity that supports people affected by ice. Okay?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I respect it.
His you know, nickname Juice. He made this shirt for those people that want to show support but might not be the outgoing type, you know, that either attends protests and stuff like that. So yes, we will put the link up.
I'm one of them.
On the screen if you like, you can do that.
I think so. I can put the link on the screen and in the description.
Yeah, and in the description as well. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I didn't write on here was, I'm pretty sure though it's juicefromthebox.com, but if it says something different on the screen, that's the one.
Right one. Yes.
And check the description if you're just listening, if you're listening on Spotify or something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, sometimes if you feel like, you know, you're scared to, you know, post things or whatever, you know, you can just wear a shirt about it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Make your voice.
I've got mine too.
Way.
We were gonna film
all three together. Yeah.
Yes. A couple days ago, but we had a little family emergency, so now mine is in the hamper and I'm wearing my mom uniform. So, but I'll wear mine next time.
I'm wearing the exact same thing I was wearing when we were gonna record last time. The same pants, everything, because I did actually manage to do laundry for the trip that we're taking this weekend. So I was like, bro, I'm set.
That's adulting.
Yeah, it really is. I did the laundry all by myself while Chad was at work to save us time so we could just hang on Monday night.
Mommy girl. Just momming it up over there.
Dude, for real. I'm making cookies and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of you, Juice. I think this is sick. I did not even know that the profits like went to people affected, so that's really fucking cool. I respect it
and there will be more designs too, because he also has a freaking AI shirt where it's like AI equals death kind of thing, where it's like, it's just like, you know, we're killing the planet a little bit, but so he's gonna have like a cool design up there as well here soon.
Sweet. Heck dude, yeah. I love that.
So yeah, freaking heckaroony.
I know, dude.
It's good to be back. It feels like
it is.
We've been on a wonky schedule because we've kind of like
it's been like up and down because we had the holiday stuff and then
Rye's birthday.
Rye's birthday,
school,
then the gender reveal. We had all the things. Are you sharing the gender reveal? By the way?
Yeah, I couldn't remember if we talked about it yet, but yeah, are you ready? Yeah,
what do you think it is? Know what it is?
Comment it right now before I say. All right, it is a big girl.
It's another girly, dude.
So thoughts, feelings, tell us.
All the feelings. I mean, I was definitely in shock because this pregnancy has been so different. I am not as sick. Like, I am getting, you know, I mean, I'm much better. Like, I didn't take any Zofran today. And yeah, I mean, like that was like the biggest thing. Like I started to get better around like 13, 14 weeks, because it was like really bad from like week 6 to like 12. And then it finally started to ease up, which also changing medication too helped. So it was like, because in the first trimester you don't want to take Zofran, they say it can create cleft lip possibly or whatever.
Yeah.
So then taking Zofran and stuff, and but yeah, like in general, I mean, it's just a very different experience, and I'm very grateful. I'm glad, because I was scared. I think I had PTSD from the first pregnancy, so when I was sick again, I was like, oh God, it's gonna happen again.
It's over. Yeah.
This. Like, dear God.
Yeah.
And then when it wasn't, I was like, maybe it's a boy. Like, what?
Yeah. And I thought the same thing.
So, and I will probably, maybe I'll do like a little like I'll edit something together of like your guys' reaction, our reaction.
That'll be cool.
Because it is funny in the video where it's like it says it's a girl on the back, but like you guys
Yes.
don't see it for a little while.
Yeah.
And
And I'm like, damn, if I would have just looked at the damn camera.
I know, yeah.
Hello, it's a girl right here.
it was well, it was cute too. Like as you guys are like looking at the test results, like
Yeah,
just like,
reading
oh, what is
through.
this? What is like
What does this test mean?
Yeah, I can't remember
I
what you
was trying to
said.
figure. I was like, which line says it?
Yeah. So that was like so cute and precious, and I feel bad for the girls, because they were planning a gender reveal for us, and we just shot it all in the foot, because after Raya's birthday,
Which they went all out for, by
Yeah.
the way. And it was
Yeah.
wicked as heck.
I did post a little bit of it on my Instagram if you want to like see. Like I made a Barbie cake and
A Barbie box.
spent
They got her a car.
freaking a full part-time job just making
all of
things for the birthday. So I was like, oh, I'm done. And we should have just put the gender reveal in the birthday party. But we didn't. And so, yeah. And then Adam was like anxious as hell. He's like, the girls know, but we don't know. And then he was like freaking out. And I was like, I can't deal with this for another week. So
We're finding
We'll
out.
just save it for when I'm gender revealing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
we still got the baby shower, and that'll be fun.
Yeah,
and
we
some
got
part of
that
me
too,
felt
yeah.
bad too, because I was like, I knew this was like our last baby, so I was like, it's time to do this. But
Right.
some people, I mean, like I have a friend who's having their third baby, and they're like, we're just gonna wait till they're born to find out what they are, and I'm like, I just could not.
I know,
I'm just
same.
like,
I
have
feel
to
like I
know.
need to know at least at some point.
Yeah.
well,
Just to prepare.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
You want the
clothes.
PTPs and stuff if it's a boy and whatnot.
Which I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
They can wear flower onesies. It's no
Yeah.
big deal.
Well, but the PTPs I feel like are very
PTPs?
Well,
What
what's
the
that?
fuck are you talking about?
well, see, you're a girl mom, so that makes sense. But with boys, you want to get them little PTPs to put
PTPs. I thought
Yeah.
you were saying like
An
TPT.
acronym or something. Yeah.
No, yeah, well, to put over them like when you're changing them, so
Girl,
that they
that's
don't
called a
pee.
towel.
Yeah, you just put the wipe over it.
Yeah,
a burp cloth or
I
something.
mean that'll do. Yeah,
I feel like if I said that to my mom too, she'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" just like you just did. She'd be like, "What?" I bet whenever she goes and watches this, she'll probably do that. She'll be like, "What is she talking about? The fuck?"
But yeah, they
Or
are
she'll
very
be like,
convenient.
"Alexis, you dumb dummy."
Yeah, I'll have to tell you a story after this, but I can't do
Oh, we
it
can't
on
do it
the
on pod.
yeah, because it's not my story. I told you about it though, but yeah, just remind me later.
It is so funny, like being in the quad, the triple, the
Were you thinking
triplets.
of triple quad god?
oh yeah,
That's
the
probably
quad
what was
guy
in
got
your
in
mind.
there, and like being in the thruple of us, because there are still moments where I'll feel left out, but it's just because it's just your guys' beautiful dynamic, and it's just like I already told you, so it's like, oh okay, yeah. But like, did you see the snap I sent you too from the last time we were about to record? And I was like, watch you guys from the window. You guys are in the car like talking and putting on makeup, and I'm like, when are they gonna come in here?
That's so good. It almost makes me wish wish that I was still
like,
using
it just
Snapchat.
reminded me of like the times when I would like be spying on you guys, like as a kid, like, oh, like I'm trying to hear your guys' secrets and like
with your mind.
With your sibling telepathy.
You're like, this
like,
bitch.
what are they talking about? They're talking about me. How much do they hate me?
And we're like, hey, do you want to come play with us? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's so good, dude. That's so real. My
It's
God.
so funny because my mom never understands. She's like, why was she always just so mad? So mad at you. And I'm like, I don't know. I was trying to steal her sister, I guess. And I'm like, you wouldn't know. You were an only child. You don't know the dynamic. Because like I always got annoyed whenever Jack's friends would come over because I'm like, he's my brother.
Yeah.
Even though I want nothing to do with him right now.
Yeah, I think it, well, I'm so grateful that you even like what, like there are embarrassing family videos of all of us and me being a really mean older sister and like being directly mean to Alexis, and she just like lets it blow over her head, like she's
Yeah.
just
I
like
was
whatever,
probably
dude.
like oblivious probably.
Yeah. like there was a moment in that one of Rhonda's 13th birthday where you're like in the camera like doing something and I'm like, nobody wants to see that or something. And you're just like, anyways, and then you like go back to like doing it.
I'm like, so center of attention.
Yeah.
It'd be so
This
good.
cookies and cream cake.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They're like,
delicious.
that tastes good. I'm like, Alexis. She's all rolling her eyes. Yeah, everybody wants to see your eyes.
Hope you like my birthday video.
That's so funny.
Well, that is what I think, like, kind of the best about both of us.
Yes.
Especially at that age, is that, like, we were just like, it's fine. She'll like us eventually or whatever.
What's so funny is I do think that is just like a sister thing too.
Yes, yeah.
Because like I would get annoyed at my brother's friends, but not really in like a jealous manner, but in like, oh my God, you two are so fucking annoying. Like that type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever wish you had a sister? Like,
Oh yeah. I remember I would like get jealous. I'd be like, I wish I had a sister. They seem like they're just so funny and fun. Probably when I'm not around. Like like whenever you guys had like sister time, you know.
the unseen moments of me not being a dick. When we're holding hands in the twin bed, like squeezing each other's hands till we fall asleep.
Yeah, we would do that where we would see if the other one was still awake by squeezing their hand, and then
Meanwhile, Jack and I are like throwing shit at each other from the bunk bed from the top, like, shut the fuck up. Why are you even in here? Because, like, I can't remember. He would always want me, I think it was that he would want me to sleep in his room because he didn't want to sleep by himself or something like that. So I would sleep on the top bunk because I was like, I'm not sleeping in the same bed as you. Like, ew. And like, we would just like be so mean to each other. Like, I want to watch this. Like, just
I wanna
so
play
stupid.
this.
Yeah.
I know. I asked Adam. I was like, "Did you guys ever sleep in like the same like?" Because they had bunk beds too. But Rhonda and me, like, she was like, "No, we must like shoulder to shoulder in a twin bed." And he was like, "Nah, dude. Like one time I fell on him. You know, like."
And that was like the most intimate moment we ever had.
oh my God,
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. It's so funny to like listen and hear the different dynamics of like brother relationships and sisters and brother
yeah,
sisters.
well, and even just like different siblings overall, because
Yeah.
like one sister dynamic is very different from another
Yes,
sister
yeah,
dynamic
yes.
and whatever. And like us, like I feel like we were kind of tomboyish, especially when we were younger and stuff. And you were just like an absolute daredevil, like from the
She's like, "That's right."
from the moment I met you. You know, since you were like 3 years old. I mean, I remember so clearly different instances where I was like so concerned. I was like, she's gonna hurt herself, and I can't stop her, and I'm like too small. I can't do shit.
But I feel like most of the time it was like I just ended up accidentally hurting you.
Yeah,
I was about to
because
say.
most of the time, whenever you were doing shit, you never hurt yourself.
Yeah, I was like, I know what I'm doing.
It was more like you were daredevilish in the way of like, how far can I put Rhonda at risk?
yeah.
Like, I just think back to the freaking bike.
Yeah, I'll never live that moment down.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I was like, yeah, Ron, how about you sit on the handlebars while I go down this steep ass driveway? Let's see what happens. And less than 5 seconds into this, her face falls straight into the concrete. The
like-
day before picture day, busted her tooth in half. Her front tooth. Her lip was bleeding like crazy.
Yeah, my nose is
She looked like
bleeding.
Ducky from freaking The Land Before Time with her little busted lip.
I wish I could find that picture, actually. That would be so
my
funny to put in
goodness.
here.
From the yearbook?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know that. Like,
What year was that?
It was 3rd grade, I'm pretty sure. It had to have been. I'm almost positive.
You're going to school, think people just saying your parents beat you.
or I ran into a freaking wall or something. But yeah, no, it is funny though that like, I mean, most of the time it was me getting fucked up.
I'm getting scared again to have 2 girls. I'm like, am I going to be reliving the trauma and things that I did as a kid and patterns I put my mom through?
Oh, 100%. I can attest. Sorry, Mom.
God.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was a funny one because I was just like naturally anxious. I feel like where I was just like I craved safety and stuff, and I had like separation anxiety until I met this one in school, and then I was like, oh, I'm fine. Like I have a new connection that I can focus on and distract myself from the anxiety.
Yeah, I think that's like Raya is like way more cautious, so I'm like also kind of scared for the second one if like she will be more adventurous or like, because Raya really like thinks about she's
like with the Barbie box, like she didn't get used to it until like most of the guests left, and then it was like just at the core of us,
And even with the car, she was kind of like she was in it, but then she was like, okay,
Out of
like
it,
whoa,
She's like, I'm not ready for my license.
I was like, it's okay, sweetie, that's fine.
I was showing my mom videos of her driving in the little car. Which, by the way, whoever thought to make it a remote control to where the parent can control it, genius. Where was that in the 90s?
I know,
Because
for
I was
real.
like jumping that bitch off of the curb. I was like, I am amazing, like But anyway, I was showing her those videos of her driving around in it for that little bit, and she was like, oh, it's just like you and your little Jeep when blah blah blah. I was like, oh yeah, I'm old.
Do you have video? We need it.
I bet I think we found video of it on some old VHS tapes. I'll see if we can find the VHS player, and I'll try to see if I can get video of it. Because I also found a video of the little prairie school. Yeah, the Rose Hill house.
I think it was
schoolhouse.
4th or 5th grade, but
I was
it might
going to
have
say
been 5th
fourth,
grade.
but I think I can't remember. But I have a video of Zach Mortazavi and me in line, and we're like, la, 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 like being all goofy or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, he seems to have grown up into a really cool person. He'll comment on stuff sometimes, and I'll see his posts, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, it is funny. Like, I don't know. There were some cool kids that we grew up with and stuff, and like whatever she had reacted to different things that I had posted lately, and I'm like, y'all, I hope you know that we liked you and you were cool.
Which is a great time to now plug Rhonda's music. She just dropped an EP. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get the music lingo down. 3 songs, spectacular. Oh wait, let me see.
It is called Some Formless Thing. It is on Spotify.
Yes.
It is on Bandcamp. And Chad and I also released an EP called A Sweet Fantasy Will Come in Time. And that is also on Spotify and Bandcamp. I actually need to share both of those on my story today again.
What's your and then give your Spotify names for both you and
So for Chad and I's, it is Chad Dean and sign Rhonda Lou. And then for mine, it's just Rhonda Lou. And I'm somehow the only Rhonda Lou on there, so that's very convenient. And then Chad is just Chad Cauldron for his own solo music.
And then there's that print over there, Alexis. If you want to just showcase that little print, Ron's got prints. I'm trying to make Rhonda money over here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the showcase queen.
You are
today.
the QVC queen.
But yeah, they're a really great printing service. They're fairly expensive. And I will be selling these on Etsy, and I can put my Etsy in the description.
Which she has like a ton more different prints as well.
Yes, I have a lot of stuff. And actually, I would really like to get a print of that one because that one is one of my old favorites. But yeah, I had sold some work at one of our shows that we had done recently, and that has made me want to sell all of it.
Which you should. I mean, you've been working on these things for years and years.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I was talking to Mom earlier, and I was like, man, it's almost like all these different creative outlets, you know, were kind of simmering in me, and I was using them to cope and everything. And now that I'm in the state that I am, I can just kind of let it all out and post it everywhere. Yeah, that one's a Clouded Mind. I had done that one actually like right as I was on the precipice of you know, kind of
and
starting to
pulling
gain
the light
weight
back.
And yeah, you know, honestly, that was one of the first paintings I had done after like a bout of depression, where I had just been doing like sketches and stuff at night before I went to bed. But yeah, before like I went to bed, and I was struggling to motivate myself to paint. But that was one of the first paintings I did back in. And yeah, I've got a lot of recent works now that I've made prints of already, so those will be available. And yeah, it's like, bro, I mean, like, I feel like I've got so much stuff to promote now that like I feel
she's what you call an artiste.
It's pretty cool.
But it is nice that we have all these different outlets, because it's like I can promote the podcast at Gypsy when I'm hosting. I can promote like our music and stuff on the podcast, and then like the art and whatever. So it's like everything kind of feeds into
it
itself.
all intertwines.
Yeah, and it's really wicked. And like somebody bought my album for $50 on Bandcamp,
which was so cool.
That made my life, honestly, because like I mean, like, you know, for people that love you to like your music and stuff, is the most beautiful and wonderful thing, and I appreciate the support more
just to
than
like
you
your
know.
art in general,
Right?
Like something that you created.
Yeah, whether it's the painting or whatever. Like one of our friends, Heidi, had bought one of my paintings, and I saw it up in her like nook and whatever, and it fit so perfectly with it, and I was like, oh, it found its home. And Adam had bought one of my glitch pieces, and Ashlyn sent me a picture of that in his office, and I was like, that's its home. And that just makes me so happy. But then like when random people that you have no relation to like your music enough to like pay that kind of money for it too, it's just like, it's like, oh, like
now you've got fans.
Well, it's like the sweetest thing ever, because it's just like, okay, so it's not just because you love me, you just actually appreciate
like
the work. You know?
They like the
and
words you're putting down, and
and like
they resonate.
And honestly, I will say this, like Bandcamp and YouTube Music are the best ways to support any local music artist or whatever, because like Bandcamp, you can leave tips, you can, you know, do whatever in that way. When you buy the album, I have mine for free. I'll say that straight away, that it's completely free. You can download it for nothing. But if you want to leave something, you're welcome to. And that goes for both of ours, like both Chad and I's music and mine. But then on YouTube Music, just you watching actually earns us money. You know, I mean, it's like 30 cents a stream or whatever, but that's something, you know, whereas like Spotify, I mean, like you need so many listens and streams to make anything. And you'll maybe make a couple of bucks. So, but yeah, like I said, that goes for all local musicians and stuff. If you really want to support them, Bandcamp and YouTube Music, hit that shit up.
Bada bing, baby.
Bada bing. And yeah, I'm already in the process of recording another EP. I've got the backing tracks sorted. I'm just working on vocals and harmonic vocals and stuff. But I'm like messed up with allergies or something right now, so I'm like paused at that, and it frustrates me because I'm itching. I'm itching to do it, bro.
Sometimes the flowers be fucking, you know.
Yeah, man. The flowers and the trees and the dust or whatever, it's all been making me mad itchy, I'll be real. today I've been struggling so much not to itch my face and my neck, and I'm just like.
So, how are we feeling about our government?
Yeah, right. Well, like, you know, you had mentioned the what?
The Epstein files.
Yes, and what Juice had said about it, and bro, I mean, I will say I have been diving deeper and deeper.
I also did some diving myself.
Yeah,
and how do you feel?
Awful. It's
Same.
so
Sickened.
bad. Yeah.
Have you also, Alexis?
disgusted.
Like, did you go through some of them as well?
I have been told what my mom tells me because I'm scared to deep dive because I'm afraid of what I will find.
Yeah.
And I have seen like a lot of people who have like read specific emails that are like, I wish I never read that, you know?
Right.
So like that's kind of what I was trying to avoid as well.
Right. Yeah.
But when Ron told me you could like look up specific people and
Yeah,
stuff,
you can query.
I was
Okay.
like, okay. So
Like,
and
bet.
I had heard that Deepak Chopra was in there, and
Who's
if
that?
anybody doesn't know who he is, he's like a very well-known spiritual
Guru type person.
guru. He's got like meditations. Like I was introduced to him by Oprah actually, because like she'd be on like her Super Soul Sunday and stuff like that, and you know, he's written books. Like we've read books, both me and Adam, about like, you know, meditation and the universe and blah 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 blah. And, you know, I mean, yeah, he can say a lot of things that, like, you know, can resonate, you know, I mean, similar to religion, how it can be, like how there, you know, there's like priests who molest and stuff like that, where it's like there, you know, it can be found in anything. So, I mean, it's not like, and I feel like with spirituality, because it can be a little more woo woo in some weird ways than religion or Christianity and stuff like that. It can definitely, you know, that's also like cult leaders and different things like that. And so, but it was extremely disappointing to find Deepak Chopra, because there's chats where he's like chatting with one of the girls that like he's had, like he is complicit and is aware of like the selling of the underage girls and stuff like that. I don't know if his girl was underage, but either way, she was a sex trafficking victim.
Yeah.
And that was like, and what was so insane too is like he's still like sharing his like spiritual knowledge like with her and stuff, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
oh my
get
God.
off your high horse, bro.
Just freaking, I mean, it's annoying,
bro. So, well, like you saw the video that I did for I Knew It Would Hurt or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like pictures through the years of my health experience. For Authoritarian Slide, I'm actually thinking of just posting file after file after file of what I'm reading. Because, bro, okay, so I have a line in there that says like, Christ could not spew the hatred you do, and there's a freaking story in the Epstein files of this girl who told them that Jesus made her feel safe, and they dressed up like Jesus and abused her.
Ew.
And I want to put that story in the chorus. I want to put so much of this shit on blast and just put it like at the forefront of it, because like, you know, I think a lot of people make their music videos artistic and everything or whatever, but with that subject matter, what I'm talking about in that song, I feel like it's entirely appropriate for me to put all this shit on there. And I think
it would help, because I think some people are either scared to look through them themselves, or you know, just not, you know, taking the time to, because at first it's like, especially if you're just trying to be like where do I start, you know? I mean, there's 3 million documents.
It's very
3.5,
overwhelming.
yeah. And there's still 3 million that are unreleased. So let's be real about that too. Okay.
But
so
yeah,
it's
I
like,
mean,
and if this is what they're releasing, how bad is that?
How bad is the
and
rest?
yeah, like for all the repubs who are like, well, Bill Clinton is like, yeah, he's fucking in there and he should also go to jail.
Yeah. There we go.
Like,
and
yeah, ain't nobody fucking defending Bill Clinton, even if you're on the left. We're all like, no, fuck him too.
But what is funny is like, so I did look up other people too, just to see. I looked up Taylor Swift because I was like, you know, and but you're also like, they also have like his like junk email, you know, because it was like Taylor Swift came up only in like those emails where it's like the top 40 artists or whatever. And but like same with like Obama, where I was like, I searched him and it was just like news, like emails, you know, that you get or whatever.
Yeah.
And but
probably shit that he like would keep in his junk mail on purpose to like scout for people or what have you.
Yeah, and I mean the insanity goes on. I can get into it. Like, I mean, so okay.
Yeah, okay. I would kind of like if you kind of told the whole eating babies thing, because I think a lot of, because like before you had talked to me about it, I had only heard people talking about it, and like I didn't know the context or whatever. So yeah, because I also didn't want to see things that, you know, I'm pregnant.
Right.
Like I don't want to.
Yeah, and I understand that entirely. Yeah. And honestly,
but I can hear it. Like reading it is kind of more scary.
Yes, no,
right,
and I
understand,
and especially hearing it in their words is a lot
and they're
harder.
Disturbing, sickening butts.
Yeah. So I'll be clear about a couple things before I get into it. In that there are like anonymous online complainants or whatever, or not complainants, but I think maybe that is the term, where they're just kind of like submitting stories or statements or whatever, but anonymously, and there's some maybe lack of credibility there as far as them being unsubstantiated. But then there are also witness statements, and I do want to differentiate between the two, because there are some people that are running with the unsubstantiated stuff as like fact and everything, and hey, I mean honestly, I think a lot of that shit is probably true too. True. But what I'm speaking to is the witness statements.
Yeah,
okay. And so there are multiple witness statements of so much horrible shit. And I will say that when I'm talking about ages here, there's probably going to be an age range of like 12 to like 15. Okay. And so some of those witness statements might get confused in my own head. And that's kind of why I want to make the video, because I want it to just be plain as day and not relying on my faulty memory. Okay. One of the stories that involves Trump or whatever, he would check the wellness of these different blonde, young 13 to 15-year-old girls. And then the witness talked about watching those girls get by African-American men, and they would all be bleeding when they were by them. And all these different people were paying to watch that. Okay. And then these babies that came from a lot of these victims were then taken from those victims, and there are multiple emails and witness statements saying that they watched people eat the feces from these dismembered babies, and there's some bullshit.
I remember my mom telling me that right now.
There's some bullshit in their, you know, disgusting heads or whatever that somehow it's going to add to their youth or whatever the fuck and insanity. So it's like, hey, like, you know, conspiracy theorists that talked about this cabal or whatever, you know, you had the right idea, just the wrong people kind of. And then there was this Mexican model who was videoed outside of a luxury hotel several years back while this was going on, and she was videotaped and put on the news saying they're eating humans. Like in Spanish, she was saying they're eating humans. I knew that there might be murder or whatever, but they're eating humans. And she disappeared shortly after. And a lot of the victims and a lot of people who had knowledge of this ended up disappearing, and there were a lot of threats made to different victims that like for instance, there was one who said that if you tell anybody about what happened to you or who was here, then you're going to end up as fertilizer in the back nine, like all the other. And yeah, I mean, like it goes on. There are emails talking specifically about the eating and dismembering of babies. And the way that it is talked about is so fucking casual that it is chilling as fuck. It is the weirdest shit you will ever fucking read.
Like ordering off a menu.
Well, it's even weirder than that. Like it's almost like there was one that's talking about it's like, oh, so Jeff wants that painting of the Massacre of the Innocents to be delivered on Wednesday at like 7 a.m. or whatever, and like it's a painting of what was happening to these children and stuff, and it's like, what in the fuck, bro? I mean, and really, I mean, you can even just look at different artwork and stuff that he had in his New York property, and how weird that shit is. There is a lot of shit like with slavery and the, you know, dehumanization of women and like all this shit, and like you'll see him multiple times just referring to women as like a vessel for a vagina, basically. And then Jelaine wanted to have his child. There are multiple emails of her like really wanting that, and it's like, especially with the knowledge of what has happened to children with him and with people like him, it's like, I don't understand that at all.
Right.
And it's all fucking crazy. And a lot of the time Jelaine is with these women as their babies are being taken away from them, taken out of them. And I mean, it gets worse. I mean, like Trump is in there so much that like I haven't even gone through all of his shit because I've been going through, you know, other names and stuff too. But he would get oral regularly from underage girls. And there was one specifically who I think was like 14 who bit him and he hit her across the face. And it's just like, bro, like he is the least Christian president to fucking date, bro.
Yes.
Like he absolutely is. And I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to, for imagine being a victim of him and the people surrounding him or whatever, and seeing him come to this place of power and people defending him and mocking you for calling it out, you know, because they don't want to believe it and they don't want to see it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man, you fucking, like, we're all wrong sometimes, and it's fine to admit that you're wrong, that like this dude does not like actually support your values in any fucking way, shape, or form. He's the antithesis of them. Like he really is. And if you care about kids, you care about children, and you're pro-life, then he is not the person you want heading that that charge in any fucking way, man. Like he is just
Horrible.
Trash. He's just a trash man-child baby. Who's so used to getting everything that he fucking wants and not giving a shit about who gets hurt in the process. And it's just, it's abysmal. It's nasty.
Yeah, dude, it is insane. It's insane that it exists to such a degree like this. It's like, I mean, it's one thing to hear about like crazy murders and cannibals and like all this stuff, but for it to be such a, like, people that we see, you know, celebrities or you know, politicians or whatever, that you know, to be a pedophile, like that's to be like one of the worst things that could exist. And yet they're all like, it's chill, you know. And it's like, what the fuck? And then y'all are just playing like little secret like boys club weird
satanic bullshit.
Like that is like the most like demonic, like craziest thing to partake in, and just that it was just
I don't even think
it's
Satanists
embedded
would do that.
I know.
Because Satanism isn't even really what people think it is.
I think that is what's the most baffling, is that it's intertwined so much with Hollywood and
Hollywood,
Elite.
politicians,
Elitism.
Elite, the 1%.
And that's it, dude. That's it. Is that
it's like, is like, money really not enough?
It's not. Apparently not.
Yeah.
And that, but that is it, okay? Like, it is not an us against them of Democrat versus Republican or liberal and conservative. It is not
billionaires
that.
versus poor.
It is the 1% against the 99, and you are a part of the 99.
All of us
we are fam in the class war, okay? And it's like, we really need to call this shit out. We really need to get people,
and we need to be calling out people that aren't calling out those people. Like I love you, T. I love you, Taylor. But whenever they were using your videos or your songs in the Ice videos like that, and you didn't say anything, that was kind of shitty.
Yeah, and
Sabrina
Carpenter said
did.
something.
Yeah, Sabrina said something, and so did Chappell Roan. So baby girl, Miss Billionaire, dollar money bags. Like, what was that about?
Yeah, well, and it's just like, dude, like, So there was a poet and artist that came to Gypsy last night, and he had this poem that he did so passionately. But there was a part where he said, "I am dying to reach you. Those people that do not want to be reached, that do not want to see, that do not want to hear any of this. I am dying to reach you." And that fucking hit me and struck me. And I'm like, that's exactly how I feel. Because I care, like, because it matters that this shit is going on, and we don't want it to fucking continue or get worse, because there's nothing saying that just because Epstein died that this shit isn't still happening, that all these motherfuckers aren't still fucked up, right? Yeah, exactly.
Because now it's like, even my mom is kind of on the board of like, I don't even think he's fucking dead.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of different theories with that.
There's been like some new footage to come out where it's weird. But I
hope he's fucking dead, but I don't know.
Right. Well, shit, I hope that they find him. If he is alive, I hope they find his ass and they fucking take his ass down.
And another thing too is like, okay, so there's like all these different witness testimonies talking about the threats that were made, and even like where their bodies would be buried and shit. So it's like, why are we not sending dogs to these to every fucking property he ever had?
Yeah, somebody just bought his other island, because he has a whole nother island.
Jesus,
that they're pretty sure is where like the worst of the worst happened. And they're pretty sure there's like people buried there.
Well, and I think that's also what's so frustrating is like everything that's happening with ICE trying to go after criminals, you know, when it's like you're just going after brown people, when it's like the criminals are, you know,
here.
Yeah, they're in the White House.
These crazy white people, God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just saying the other day, I'm like, it's just so funny that they're like, oh, it's all the brown people that are, you know, fucking doing crimes and this, that, and the other thing. Yet they just fucking released that fucking massage therapist that was fucking molesting people at 91st and fucking Memorial. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, get fucked.
Yeah, white as hell. Anyway,
don't get me wrong. There obviously needs to be. No one is saying that we just need to have open borders. We just need to have them wide open where everyone can just come in and there's no background checks on anyone ever.
Right. Do all the background checks.
Do all the fucking background checks you
want.
Yeah,
do the work visas. Do all the shit. And even have it, you know, on that basis of like they can't commit crime or they will be deported or whatever.
Like, it's
have all
not
those stipulations. Yeah. But there are statistics of actually how much good immigration has done. For
Dean
us.
Withers brings it up all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I mean,
they do a lot for our economy, and they do pay taxes. I learned that the other day too.
Yeah, they pay taxes and they work more than most Americans.
They also do most of the jobs that Americans don't want to fucking do.
Exactly, that nobody else wants. Okay, and thanklessly all the fucking time, and in some instances even abused by their employers because they know that they're, you know, that
undocumented and
yes, and they hold that over them,
so they
to
pay
abuse
them less or
and overwork the shit them, yes, and I mean,
and they're like, well, you got to deal with it because I know that I can turn you in any minute,
right? Exactly.
So it's like, who's really losing here? I mean, they lose either way, so what does it fucking matter to you?
Yes. And dude, like, I mean,
keep hitting my fucking knee and it keeps
in your reflex.
Yeah.
But yeah, the beauty of America is the melting pot. The beauty of America is that anyone with a decent crimeless background can come here, you know, and make a new life. And it's just like they're destroying anything that actually made America good, you know,
that made America great, if
right? Yeah, exactly. And the U.S. aid that he's stopped was something that earned us so much goodwill internationally, and I mean, and his like fucking shit for peace or whatever. I don't know if you like his conference for peace or whatever the fuck.
Well,
and it's like all the fucking dictators are on board and everybody else is not. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Did you watch his State of the Union last night?
No, I bookmarked it or whatever, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, and then Pam Bondi going on and on about the Dow, and it's like, listen, what was the question? Yeah,
Rhonda
like,
wanted to say it. I could see that lip quivering.
Yeah,
she was like, listen. I'll say it for you, bitch.
But no, truly, who gives
your
an ever-living
lizard-ass face.
flying fuck about the Dow when we have these corrupt-ass motherfuckers
Watching
running
her
shit?
fucking court thing that they did, whatever that is called. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's
Press,
called.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and she's like, "How dare you?" And I'm like, "Bitch, how dare you?"
Yeah, the utter hypocrisy of
Yeah.
that woman is unmatched.
I think
mean,
that these files are going to unravel. I mean, just seeing. Did you see the picture that came out of former Prince Andrew?
yeah,
Motherfucker looks like he went through some shit.
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
did they do to you? I need
Yeah.
to know. He's like, I'm fucked.
yeah.
And I'm
well,
like, get it, you
That's
can.
right. I mean,
That's
he.
the UK, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, get it, you
Yeah,
can.
and it's like for internationally people to be going through, these files.
It may
and
have
doing
died.
more-
It died.
Oh, fuck.
There's another camera battery right there on the wall. Pausing.
But yeah, and then Pam Bondi saying the shit about like, well, if we fucking prosecute everybody in the Epstein files, the whole system will collapse. It's like fucking
That's
burn
the
it
point.
down. Burn it
Needs
the
to go
fuck
down, dude.
In the words of our new ghost face, we're gonna burn it all down.
Bro, and like seriously, I mean, I encourage anybody who has any fucking wherewithal or desire to change things and to run for like local and local governance or senate or whatever, do it and run on fucking trying to bring accountability to this shit, because there's like a vacuum of people that want that everywhere. The people who are diving into this shit and they're just like, we need people to get rid of these people, like not kill them, you know. I don't mean like that, but just
Put
get
them in
them
jail.
the fuck out of office.
Yeah.
Get them freaking prosecuted, because I mean, I think you'll win. I think if you run on shit like that, you will win. Because of that vacuum, because people want it so bad, you know. And I was telling Ashlyn, you know, like, I mean, I feel like the vast majority of the people that I've seen going through this stuff is like survivors themselves, you know, who are just like freaking survivors, mothers, you know, people who are concerned, you know, and scared.
Shit, why you think I'm not pregnant right now?
Right, dude. Right. And man, I saw in freaking Tennessee, they're trying to put it into legislation to
That
do
women can be executed
yes, that they can have freaking
if they get abortions.
yes.
Right?
My sweet mother of God.
It wasn't miscarriage, it was just abortion, right?
Yes,
But,
it was.
But
I'm
that
sure
is
it
what
could
people
probably-
don't understand is
Yeah.
that miscarriage falls under abortion when the fetus is still in the body and the fetus is dead. Then you would need a technical abortion.
Yes.
But if the fetus
baby's already
stays,
died and it will hurt the mother
yes,
because they'll
the mom
get
can
toxic.
They'll get sepsis, yeah.
Yes.
That is what like some people like don't understand. It's like
And so many abortions are exactly that.
But see, the sad thing is that some people think, well, that's what was supposed to happen
And
because
well,
of,
but
you know,
that-
whatever,
well,
Yeah.
whatever
it's not-
divine reality.
What, dude?
And it's like,
Bro, God created science too, okay? Like, God.
okay,
Like, why would the mother have to die? If it's not necessary, it is not necessary.
especially if she also already has other kids. I mean, even if she doesn't
Yes.
have other
Yeah.
kids, but that I mean, and it's
There's
crazy.
so
I
many
mean,
other
I've
factors,
seen like some women who were Republican like talking about this, where they're like, how is it like all of a sudden it becomes a fetus when it's their problem, you know? But that basically like that happened to a woman where she had a miscarriage, her body wasn't expelling it, and like she was like, I can't believe they wouldn't let me do it. And it's like, well, that is what you
That's what
voted
we're
for.
mad about.
And that's why it's
Yes.
like, yes, like at the end of the day, it's
If
gonna
you-
be people who get abortions who were like careless or whatever, but I would say most of them it's either a medical emergency,
Yes.
or
And-
it is an unplanned situation. That
I just don't understand why people want people taking care of people when they can't take care of themselves yet.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and well, okay, so if you want to make an argument for late term abortion that doesn't fall under medical exemption or whatever, sure. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Make that argument, dude. That is fucking, that's pro-life. I get that, okay? But the vast majority I think it's like 99 fucking % of women that get late term abortions are doing it because they're in situations like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where the baby already passed, like the what's it called, strangled them or whatever. And they just need to get out of the body at that point. And truly, you can't tell me that most women are carrying a baby through the whole fucking, all the terms.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because,
like they're really
it's
putting themselves
you
through
can find
that.
out, I mean, there's some people who find out late that they're pregnant, and then you know that's a different situation.
Even late by those terms are normally still like second trimester or whatever.
There's some people who find out at like 30 weeks, and that's like insane. But
Yeah.
That is insane.
But I would say most of the time, and the people who find out like that, it's because of their birth control usually, because they
Yeah.
don't get periods,
Right.
so they're not clocking that, or there's other medication that interferes with their period. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
But most of the time, like most of us women, we are very like my period here, like we're crazy about it because you know, we are all always scared of getting pregnant at the end of the day. And you know, I mean, unless you want to get pregnant and whatever. I mean, even when I got pregnant, I was still scared. You know, when I wanted it, I planned it.
Yeah, but there are things like ectopic pregnancies too that it's like you cannot carry that child to term. When it's an ectopic pregnancy, you cannot. It will freaking kill you.
Yeah.
And the baby will not survive regardless.
You will bleed out and die.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, like...
It's like, you think we want to do that?
and well, you know, and then there's different stories of women that are already like brain dead, you know, still being used as this incubation. Yeah. And when that baby that then comes out is still didn't have enough time in the incubation to actually live a life. So it's like, what were you doing except making that family suffer? Like, I mean, it's just crazy, man. And no woman should have to be on death's door to get the medical attention that they need when the baby's life is already moot. Yes. So when it's not there anymore, it's like, what are we doing except making people suffer?
Yeah.
And it's just
And
awful.
like, I mean, so much of it, I mean, so many, you know, women do go, like, miscarriages are very common, you know.
Some women miscarry and don't even like realize it.
Right. Yeah.
They
If
just
it's
think it's a
especially if it's
period.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just so much where, I mean, it really just comes down to a lot of us are not fully educated on the whole process of birth and pregnancy. I mean, you know, like, I didn't know a lot about pregnancy until I started to go through it, you know, like, and there is so much, and there is a risk still, like, you know, the first 12 weeks is like miscarriage zone, but anything can happen still after that point. And, you know, I would say still, like, you know, with pregnancy, I would say there's a lot of women out there who, you know, have had miscarriages or abortions who really wanted those babies.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
And it's not something that we take lightly. Like, once you become pregnant, whether or not it is a planned pregnancy or not, like, you don't take that decision lightly. You know, women that I know who have gotten abortions, it wasn't like, oh, just gonna go do this.
Yeah, like casually.
You know,
and they're accosted at the
granted,
freaking centers a lot of the time too by protesters and whatever too,
or they
making
go to
them
like
feel worse.
They go to like the trick ones where they'll tell you to come in or whatever, and then they like trick you and they're like, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this because God.
Now,
like,
and there could be like the outlier here and there, just like there is with everything.
Yes.
You know, there's bad people everywhere.
Yeah.
But a majority, I would say, it is of you know, like I said, either one of the babies or if, I mean, if you catch it early enough, I do think like within the 12 weeks, it's like, you know, that's your prerogative. You know, if you feel like you're not ready for all that, you know?
if you don't have the financial stability, if you're not in full health, if you
mental stability.
Yes, if you've abused your body in different ways with different substances and you know that, there's a lot of...
Or if you have really horrible pregnancies, because I was
Yes.
certainly scared when I got pregnant again, where I was like, can I mentally
Take
this again? Can
Yeah.
I, lose a ton of weight and survive?
Yeah.
Because the first one, it felt like, the first pregnancy, I felt like I was dying a little bit,
like hanging on
not
by
a
a
full
freaking
exaggeration.
thread.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was very, and I think I had to process that pregnancy. Like, it took me a long time. I mean, I honestly don't think it was until I got pregnant again where, and like, luckily, like, if the sickness had not tapered off, like, I would have probably like quit the podcast,
Yeah.
or at least like for the time that I was pregnant, because like, it's crazy. So
if it had been as bad as it was the first time around, I could see exactly why. We would have
Yeah.
understood, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like I would have, my choice even with that would have been like, I'm still gonna do this, but other women might not be able to like tolerate that,
Right.
especially if they do have another kid, because
And I think for a lot of those women, it goes unnoticed because I mean, just like with your first pregnancy, you said a lot that you felt like you weren't really being listened to by some of your doctors and stuff. And I'm sure there's lots of women that go through that with every pregnancy that they've had or what have you, whether they've had one or multiple, where they just don't really
They don't feel
know
taken
any better.
seriously. Yeah,
And it's really
they're
not
told
even
that it's normal.
Right.
It's not even something that like you can compare, because it's like you can see a woman who's pregnant who's running a triathlon or whatever and be
Right.
like, well, she can do that, and it's like it's different for every single person and every single pregnancy, like
Yes.
and the people who don't understand it, be grateful that you don't understand it, because it's like it's just crazy. And you just like when I made that post about HGCG, like a lot of them talk about how like other women who've been pregnant will be like, oh well, are you sure you're not doing this or this or this? And there's just like a level
A lot of
sickness.
invalidation and shit.
Yeah, even from other moms
Women,
and other people who have been pregnant, because that wasn't their experience. But
Which,
it's
like,
just
God bless. Glad it wasn't, bro. But, like, it's not a lot of people's experience.
Right.
everybody, a pregnancy is an intense journey. So it's just like some women skate through it and they love it.
Right.
Some people are like, it's pretty mid. Some people are like, this is literally killing me. It's all different. It's different.
Yeah.
You can catch a lot of that on Mormon Wives.
Yeah. I can't wait for March 12th. That's when the new season comes out.
I know.
Wow.
And can we just talk about Whitney's glow up?
I mean,
I'm
we
so
can
mad
talk
about how
about
good this bitch
Whitney
looks.
and all the things. Yeah, no, it is funny.
Her
like
red hair is like just, it fucking suits her. And I'm like,
it
God,
really does.
like, you bitch.
Well, now it is almost like she like when Adam first saw her on like Dancing with the Stars, he was like, "Is that
even the same lady?
Well, yeah, he thought she looked like the girl that's married to Jeff from The Office. Emma, what's her name?
I know who you're
Emily
talking
Blunt?
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
Emily Blunt. Yes, Emily Blunt. She does kind of
I
look
kept
like
wanting
her.
to say Emma Stone, and I'm like, that's not it.
No, but the red suits her very, very, very
Yes.
much.
Like, fucking
and
rude.
the thing that is inspiring about Whitney's story, even though like, you can categorize her as an attention seeker and all these things.
She get what she
Most
want,
people
though.
are.
It's kind of cool to see a mom, like, because I mean, she has even talked about how, after she had kids, like, I mean, she still wanted this dream and stuff, but you kind of, when you get into momhood, you're kind of like, oh, is this the end? Like, is this,
Was she referring to like dancing?
when she talking about being on Broadway.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because she's been on Chicago Broadway, like she's been
Aw.
doing that, and then it just got extended because she kept selling out shows and stuff.
That's awesome.
And but I think it is inspiring for a lot of moms where it's just like, we can still have dreams and goals
Yeah.
even after kids, and even if we don't know, because I mean, like Macy and the other girls would talk about, like, because Whitney would be like, we're gonna make it after this, and we're gonna like be famous and stuff, and Macy was like, sure, Whitney, and like, but here it is, and I mean, I think you know, it's easy to get lost in like motherhood and like be like, oh, like my dreams are dashed, but
or even just the fucking craziness of the world, getting
Yeah.
lost in that, bro.
Very true.
and yes, I feel like in some weird way it feels harder to want to achieve those goals when there is so much going on like this.
Yeah.
Or to even, you know, want something like, you know, fame or notoriety in a world like this as well. But I guess it can still happen.
Well, and see, I mean, like, I think if you want like creative fulfillment or whatever, just, I mean, and well, you know, one of my friends actually had posted something about this recently that I really liked and respected, is that, like, you know, if that's your dream, to be an artist, to be a dancer, to be on, you know, different productions or whatever, you are succeeding in that when you're doing it. Like, it doesn't matter how small time, how big time it is. You are succeeding in being an artist when you are creating. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you have to reach a certain level or a certain
and that was
certain
kind of
fame
like
or whatever.
Whitney's thing. She was always dancing on TikTok, got her on Dancing with the Stars, you know? And yeah, I mean, I've always felt the same way too, where it was like, I've just like, no matter what, like I'm always going to perform.
Right.
And, you know, which I was telling Ron too, that like I'm just not really going to the mics, but if like opportunities rise, I'll do them. But right now, like in general, I've had like no motivation for comedy, no motivation for music, playing the piano. And all I've really had motivation for is just to do like mommy type stuff, you know, doing Raya's birthday, creating the cake and the Barbie box. And that was a still opportunity for me to be creative. But like what the issue I had when I had Raya was I hated not being able to like be productive or creative while I was pregnant, but I was so sick where, I mean, it felt like I had cancer. I was so sick, you know?
Yeah.
And then after I had Raya, I would beat myself up for like, oh, I'm not doing enough comedy. Oh, I'm not doing enough, you know, writing or this or that. And it's like, there were times where I was wishing for Raya to be older already, and like where I wasn't present in the moment of her being a baby. That like this time, like I'm not going to do that. Like for me, like the big dream is like, yeah, I mean, it'd be amazing to perform on Broadway and all that stuff, you know. The dream is to do that, but my dream is also, in addition, to have a family and to have kids.
Right.
And like even Michelle Obama that's mentioned in a podcast where it's like a mom who has it all, and she's like, well, you can have it all, but like over a period of time, you know, it's kind of hard to do it all in like
all
a
at once.
year
Yeah.
or whatever. And like with this baby too, it's like now Raya is almost 3. She's already feels so grown up and like independent, and it's like I'll never get those baby years back with her. So with this one, I just like really want to like soak it all in and not beat myself up for, you know, not doing comedy. It is hard to sometimes, like being friends with other comedians who are doing things, who are opening for other people, but you know, I can always go back to comedy at any time. I won't ever get these days back with my baby, and even
this is comedy too.
Yeah,
I mean, so much of what we do on this podcast is exactly comedy.
I am up in here
like,
with no
even-
bra doing comedy.
Exactly. and isn't
That's
that
the
the
goal.
dream, right?
That's the goal. Like, who's the real winner here? Those comics or us? And I mean, like she said, I mean, this is comedy, and that's why I feel like we even started this to begin with, was because we each wanted to showcase like not only our personalities but our talents.
Yes.
And like our creativity, and I always said from the beginning I really liked it because I felt like we all three brought a very different aspect of creative, you know, ideas and what have you. And I mean look at our set right now. Like,
I know.
I mean, shit, we look kind of
We're
legit
like
right
not
now,
even trying,
you know?
actually.
And I mean, that was the whole purpose of this show. I like that sometimes we'll come like, dressed up. Sometimes we'll come,
Laid
mom
back.
mode, t-shirts and jeans,
I'm in
and
PJs right now.
Stitch PJs. I mean, come on.
Hitting the sleepover
awesome. It's
vibe.
supposed to feel like you're just chilling with your girls during like a wine night or something, or like a sleepover, or
Laughing with
hanging
your
out
buddies,
after,
bro.
hanging out after brunch or what have you. I want people who come here to feel like they're in a space where they don't. I mean, I know we talk about political stuff, but they can skip through it. They don't
Yeah.
have. They
Or
don't
they
have
can
to
laugh
listen to that
about it
part.
with us
Yeah, or
when
they
we're
can,
like-
because we make fun of everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Like I like listening to Dean Withers, but sometimes I need like that comedic
Comedic relief.
of a different type of political commentator, whatever you want to call it, journalist, YouTube creator, blah blah.
Yeah.
But that's why we started this, was to show that even in like these crazy ass times, you can still be a mom, follow your dreams. And it's interesting to me because it seems like you are more open to like your jokes and comedy and being funny here almost even more than you are when you do open mics. So not that you're not amazing at the open mics, because I mean you're hilarious.
Yes.
But
you're
I'm probably
you're,
a little more vulnerable here, like in this
Yeah,
setting.
and real
you know?
as fuck.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not, you're not talking to a live audience,
Yeah.
and you can say what you want. You can, work with what you're doing.
Or do that. Don't do that third turn. And shit.
Whereas where sometimes you'll talk about the open mics you go to where you feel uncomfortable with, some of the male presence or, what have you, or,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Whereas this, you can make it what you want it to be and,
Yeah.
And we're
feel
with you.
completely comfortable in what you're creating or whatever.
Yeah, and
if
I
that
think
makes sense.
I think that is also more of what I mean, yeah, like what I wanted from this podcast too, where it's like still an outlet to like be silly and stuff, but mainly also like do it with people that I love and enjoy, and I do like to collaborate. I mean, I think I kind of work better that way in a lot of ways, and yeah, because it's like, I mean, there are aspects where it's like there's things that are a little bit hard in Tulsa, like in the Tulsa scape, but that's not to say that there aren't like some good mics out there and stuff, but but also like being a mom, it's like I don't necessarily want to spend all my time at the mics when
late at night and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I don't mind doing like shows and stuff. Like shows, like I'll do
different.
a couple shows in a row or something like that. But mics are just different because they're just a little bit more gritty and like they take a long time and
you get less time, and you're often sharing the stage with people that have different values,
different values, different
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah,
That it can be. Excuse me, a little soul sucky to be around. It just depends, but
yeah.
And see, with this, it also I think opens up other avenues as well. Like we've already gained. I haven't looked recently. The last time I looked, we had 406, but over 100 subscribers since we started.
Yeah.
So with that, it's also interesting to see where it might lead up to maybe one of these days having like a special or something like that, which I mean is
more
very,
opportunities,
very in the future thinking or what have you. Or
but that was Whitney too,
exactly.
Right. And well, I mean, there's always posts about like people saying like if you want to make it as an artist, you have to be kind of unrealistic and delusional to a degree, because I mean, and even like you'll see clips of Chapel Row and like performing her freaking heart out to mostly empty room or unenthusiastic room or whatever, and it's like and you see her now and she's like globally friggin' known, and so it's like it is hard to break through as a new artist, to break through as a new comedian, to break through and have the algorithm serve you or whatever, but as long as you are as long as your heart and your spirit is in it, I mean, I feel like whatever version of success or fulfillment will find you. I think the right opportunities that are meant for you will find you.
And I think like with performing, there is so much of like a hustle like culture, you know, where it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
if you stop, then you're gonna get lost. And I mean, to some degree, it's like, you know, when me and Adam don't go out there as much, like there's so many new comedians where they're like, "Who are you?" And it's like, "We've been doing this for so long. What are you doing?" You know. But at the same time,
you don't know who I am.
but at the same time, it's like, you know, it can be hard to like stop and start like that. But I think I know that, like, you know, when I'm really in it, and like, you know, once this baby is also older, it's like then I'm in it, you know. I mean, like I've
because when you're on, like when you go into that like performance mode, like you did at our show and stuff, and even like at the last couple shows that I've seen you and Adam do, you guys were fucking on.
Well,
you
and
were
it is
so
funny because
fucking
it's like,
good.
yeah, like at that show that we did at that cookie place, I wasn't nervous at all. Like,
Yeah,
I was so
and
straight
it
up, like,
seemed like
so
it.
chill.
Like,
And
you seem so relaxed and so comfortable in your own skin, and like honing that power, because it is a power.
yeah, but at this other mic that I went into, where it's like there's so many different vibes, and I was like, it's still like uncomfortable,
More uneasy.
It's like, yeah, like I feel like it affects my performance,
Your
and
mojo.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I think even just like, like when it's like a bunch of people, like a sold out crowd, like that's a different vibe too, because like
Right.
then it's like, oh, like people are here, you know.
Right.
So and yeah, I mean, I think I just have to try to not have fear that like it's just gonna like fizzle out. I mean, I think maybe I had some of that fear from like the pandemic and
Yeah.
like, you know, whatever,
For sure.
but I think as an artist, you know, you make a lot of pivots, and like this podcast was also like another pivot where it's like, okay, so maybe I don't want to like be out there all the time like this. Like, you know, those who know me can like book me on shows or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, it'd be super fun to like do a live show with you guys, and like just to like do more things, you know, where it's like, yeah, like when I'm with you guys, like, I mean, we unstoppable. You know?
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying, is that like, I mean, I think not only are there opportunities out there that will find you, like say like when you had that show the last time you were pregnant at the Canes with that comedian who found you online and was like, you're the one that I want to open and stuff. It's like there's stuff like that, but then there's also the opportunities that we make for ourselves,
Right.
you know, and with these different connections that we've built, you know, throughout our creative experiences in Tulsa and whatever. And there's a lot of different venues that are actually really open to that kind of thing, you know? So it's like, and I feel the same way. I mean, every time I've done a show with you guys, I mean, I felt so much less nerves. Honestly, I like lately, because I've been performing so often, I think that's kind of been knocking the nerves out of me. 'Cause
Yeah,
even
it does.
yesterday, like freaking, I was like, I mean, I felt like ass. I'll be real. Like my allergies were going crazy. My head felt so heavy, and I was feeling kind of weak and shaky for like the first hour. But then like after we performed, I was like I had done like flushed a lot of like ice cold water and electrolytes, and it was kind of cooling me down. I started feeling better, and I listened back to the performances. I was like, that was like the best I had done of that song. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? But every time I've done a show with you, when it was the one at Belafonte, or when I did the one with Mac Taylor's comedy review, and Adam,
I guess
I
it's
felt
Mac Bryan now, but yeah.
Oh, Mac Bryan's comedy review. I felt so relaxed. I felt so at home. I felt like my support is there with me. You know, it's like it almost doesn't matter who's in the crowd, because I've got them. You know, and so it's like, if we ever do a show like that all together, whatever, I think it would just be massive fun.
Yeah, and that is the thing too. I think like I just have to remind myself, where it's like, you know, if I get to a certain point with the baby where I'm like itching to do something, I'm like, let's put on
take the
another show,
reins.
you know?
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
exactly. And I honestly
and-
think that those will be more fun than getting on somebody else's lineup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it really was. I mean, I really enjoyed when we did that show at Belafonte, and
yeah, that was fun.
it did feel like that wasn't going to be the last one.
Exactly.
You know?
Word.
And yeah, and that we can structure it however, and you know,
Make our fun, baby.
but in the meantime, like I can be a mom and not feel guilty about it, you know?
Exactly, dude. Yeah, there would never be any
Motto.
reason to, because you are such a good mom. And even just in being a mom, there's creativity there. There's play. There's fun, you know,
Yeah.
like that's, and I think that's something that's kind of like understated.
But it is, and it is like, you know, like it's not, but it's also not like, because I think with Raya, like I thought like if I am fully present in this, then that means I'm giving up on my dreams. But it's like, no, I'm just investing the time in this moment because it's precious. Like,
Right.
you know, because yeah, like you can still do things after you become a parent and still go after goals and stuff. But
Yeah, because you're still
there
around.
is
you know?
a little sacrifice, especially just in the beginning. Like once they're older, you know, and they have more independence, and you know, then there's other things of balancing everybody's schedules, you know,
Right.
especially if they
Right.
get into extracurriculars or whatever. But you know, you make it work, and I think if you have a supportive partner that's like helpful, if you're on your own, then you find a village, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, luckily with me and Adam, like we very much are there to help each other whenever we need like time alone or need to work on creative stuff or whatever, like, and that helps exponentially.
Yeah, and then you've got a team. You know,
Yeah.
you've got the fam that's ready to take the reins in any way when you guys want to do something together or something, you know. So it's like, I mean, whenever you're ready to be out there, it's like we're ready to be here for you. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
shit. She was a poet and didn't even know it. Actually, she do know it. Go check out those EPs.
But yeah, for real,
humble
because
plug.
the thing is the magic is you, man, and that magic won't go anywhere, you know, no matter how much time
and it's
you
like,
take.
I also have to remember, it's like my babies see the magic too. You
Exactly.
know, like,
Yeah.
the things
The
with
magic's in all of
Raya,
y'all.
and like everything, you know, like the thing, you know, filming her birthdays and stuff, and like, you know, the photo shoots I take over her of her over the years, like, you know, and her, you know, just coming in and seeing the podcast studio and like the camera equipment.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll devalue myself if, you know, like I'm also doing photography, and then if I'm going through a dry spurt of like not making money or whatever, then I like devalue myself and think, you know, like, oh, you know, whatever, like what am I doing, you
Which
know?
also freaking plug. And actually, if you want me to like,
yeah, maybe
post
we should also sponsor that too every episode. 'Cause
Yeah, straight up. Ashlyn Benson Visuals on Instagram. Book with her. She's got
Facebook
her
too.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, and she's got her catalog pricing up, available on there for different locations and you know, different times of day and stuff. So yeah, check that out. She is more than fucking reasonable for the work that she does. It's quality shit. She's doing my engagement photos. She did our engagement video that I didn't know was happening, and it was magical. It was really fucking cool. So
yeah, I am still down to do video and stuff too. So if there's any local shows and stuff that need video, you know.
Yeah, actually,
Hit
that's a
it, girl,
great thing
out.
to freaking promote too. Because like, I mean, I know hella local musicians and stuff. So if y'all want videos of your shows, y'all want pictures of your shows, hit her up, brothers and sisters and babies. Because yeah, I mean, I would love to see what you could produce for different
Yeah.
artists that way. I think it would be
That would be
rad
cool.
as fuck.
But it's like, I know, like, then I have to remind myself, like, that Raya sees all this stuff and she thinks it's cool, you know. She's like, what is all this, you know, like, and, you know, and just the music too, you know,
Could be forming little dreams of her own.
Exactly,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Getting
know.
inspired herself.
And so it's like, I have to remind myself, like, kind of, when I see myself through her eyes, I'm like so
Yes.
much kinder to myself.
Right.
And just too, though, that like being a parent is an impact in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of the biggest impacts in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like standing the test of time, you know, I mean, it's like, because she'll probably have her own kids too, or your other daughter might. And it's like, man, and the love that you give, that, dude, this is something that I firmly believe, whether there's a God or not. Okay, I think that there are two forces in the world that remain always, and that is love and hatred and evil. And the love that you give lives on no matter what. And the hate that you give lives on too, I'll tell you what. But but the love that you give, I mean, is the greatest gift to ever give anything or anyone, because then it is theirs to share, and they have that love, and they carry it with them forever.
And she is getting so loving. She's giving so many hugs and snuggles
and kisses, and she was telling me that she missed me the last time I was here, and that was making my heart so full. And she freaked out when Ashlyn brought me to the daycare. That was the coolest stuff ever.
That's
she was just
cute.
screaming.
Well, and like the last time you guys were here, we were out like doing something, but she was like, "We going home to Lexi?" Like, you know, like she's like, she thinks, I think you guys like live here part time.
Yeah, exactly.
And, but then I was like, oh no, she's going to her home, and she's like, oh, you know. But it's just like, yeah. I mean, I feel like now it's like in some way, now that she's older, I can see, you know, the seeds of love that we've planted in her and how they're coming about. And you know, I don't know, it's so easy to like be hard on yourself as a parent, and especially just the transition from the first one where it's like being not a parent to a parent, because it's like, even though we planned to have Raya, the second one was unplanned, but we planned to have Raya, and I had like such a hard time with the identity of becoming a mom. Like, I remember I was at a bar with some friends for like a comedy show, and I had my baby, my Raya as a baby, on my phone as a background, and I felt embarrassed at first. Like, I was embarrassed for like the other comedians to like see that like that's who I am now, like, you know, or whatever, which is a weird feeling to have too, because it's like I was not embarrassed of Raya, you know, I was not embarrassed of having a kid. I was embarrassed of being a mom, I guess, or like just like people seeing like that I didn't used to be a mom and now I'm a mom, and that's lame. Like,
almost like taking that identity as the whole picture. Yeah. And because it's not the whole picture, it'll never be the whole picture. It's just part of the picture, you know, and one of the most beautiful parts. You know?
And like now I'm like, you know, I don't
Like, look at my baby.
I do have to resist, because
the temptation.
Yeah, I try not to force that into people's, you know, whatever.
Meanwhile, me, okay, if you got babies or fur babies or whatever, and you want to show me pictures, please do. Okay, I will fawn over them with you, because they're so cute. They're inevitably always so freaking cute. So yeah, just know that for me, okay? But I think we should probably wrap this one up. We are going out of town this weekend, so I'm going to try and do some editing while we do that. But yeah, this is an extra long one for you guys, since it's a little later. And we hope you enjoy. We hope you relate. We hope you understand all our different perspectives on all these many different things.
And just know you're gonna get an episode at some point. You know,
yes,
is
always.
it on you know, a certain day or time? Listen, you just have to.
If someone
keep
wants
checking.
to be our editor,
and eventually we'll get on a flow. You know, we just keep getting in. You know, things change and schedules.
life
happens.
stuff.
Yeah, dude.
You know, we're just people just like you.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not in the freaky 1%.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we ain't got no team. We're the team. We're the production, editing, freaking makeup artist.
We are the producer, director, writer.
Yes.
And we're also
And the
talent.
Freaking love you, dude.
Bye.
Bye.